Let's be real. Every long distance relationship kicks off with a honeymoon phase. It's this little bubble of excitement where the miles feels like a tiny detail you can just brush aside. You are connected, you are totally in sync, and the future feels bright. But what happens when that initial buzz wears off and the miles start to feel heavy? You find yourself wondering, are we actually going to make it? The late night calls get a little shorter. The time zone gets more frustrating, and a wave of loneliness hits you in the quiet moments. You're not sure if what you're feeling is normal or if it's a red flag that everything is about to fall apart. But what if this whole emotional roller coaster is actually a predictable journey with seven clear stages? Knowing these stages is the key to figuring out if your love can really go the distance. By the end of this, you'll have a roadmap to help you navigate all the uncertainties and build a love that's stronger than any number of miles. Stage one, the infatuation stage. The first stage is one you probably remember fondly, infatuation or the honeymoon stage. This is when the relationship is new or maybe newly long distance or it's running on pure optimism. You are high on the connection, the endless conversations, and the excitement of getting to know each other on a much deeper level. During this phase, you honestly feel like the distance doesn't even matter. Your bond feels so strong that a few hundred or even a few thousand miles seem like nothing. Communication is constant, it's enthusiastic, and you can spend hours on a video call that feels like just a few minutes. The advice here is simple: enjoy it, seriously, soak it all in. This excitement is a beautiful part of your story. But while you're riding that wave, start building the habits that will get you through the tougher times. Start talking about how often you want to connect and the best ways to do so. This isn't about making strict rules, but about finding a rhythm of connection that feels good for both you and your partner. Think of this stage as bottling up all the initial magic that used to fuel the journey ahead. Stage two, the painful reality. Okay, so the honeymoon is over. Let's talk about what comes next. The painful reality. This is where the first rush of adrenaline fades and the reality of being physically apart really starts to sink in. You find the absence more and the weight of every mile between you becomes real. This is when the deep longing and loneliness and the frustration starts to bubble up. Suddenly, trying to sync up your schedules and dealing with lack of physical touch becomes a genuine struggle. You can't just get a hug after a bad day, or that adjustment can be real tough. The most important thing to remember here is that these feelings are completely normal. Don't panic and think your relationship is doomed. The key is to get ahead of it. Create new rituals to keep your connection strong. Schedule a weekly video date or just simply good morning and good night text. These small consistent things build a bridge across the distance. It's also a good time to learn or to lean into your own independence. Use this time alone as a chance to grow, to invest in your hobbies and friendships. This stage really tests your resilience, but it also teaches you how to be a strong person inside a strong partnership. Stage three, doubt and uncertainty. The third stage is often the most critical. The goal here is to create routines you can actually stick with. Maybe it's a daily check in call on your commute home from work or a dedicated weekly date night where you sync up a movie on a streaming platform, if that is possible. These shared experiences are so important, but just as important is balancing that connection with your own life. Don't lose yourself while you're waiting for the next call. Keep nurturing your friendship, your career, and your own interests. A healthy long distance relationship is made up of two whole independent people who are choosing to build a life together, even while they are apart. Stage six, the emotional crisis. Just when you think you have finally found your footing. You can get blindsided by stage 6, the emotional crisis. This stage can feel like a massive step backward. It's often triggered by going too long without a visit, missing a big milestone together, or just the burnout that comes from being apart for so long. You might feel intense emotional lows and a sense of longing that's just overwhelming. This is a crisis point where you might feel like the pain isn't worth it anymore, and you consider doing something drastic, like ending things or impulsively deciding to move without a real plan. If you are at this stage, know that it's a sign of how much you care, but you have to handle it carefully. The first step is to lean on your support system. Talk to friends, family, or even a therapist who can give you an outside perspective. Don't try to go through it alone. Next, you and your partner need to reconnect with your why. Remind yourselves why you are doing this in the first place. And on a practical level, if you can, plan your next reunion. Having a real date to look forward to can be the light at the end of the tunnel. You need to get through this dark patch. Stage 7, validation and growth. If you can push through this crisis, you will arrive at the final stage, validation and growth. This is where all the hard work pays off. You reach a deeper, more solid understanding and acceptance of your relationship with all of its unique challenges. The trust you have built is no longer shaky. It's been tested by doubt and conflict, and it's come out stronger on the other side. Your bond has proven itself through honest communication and support. Many couples find that their relationship is actually stronger and more intimate than it was before the distance, because you were forced to build a connection based purely on communication and trust. The advice for this stage is to keep doing the very things that got you here. Keep celebrating your milestones, big and small. Keep practicing open and supportive communication. And most importantly, keep making real plans for your future. This is the stage where you should be having serious, concrete talks about how and when you will finally close the distance for good. It's not just a daydream anymore. It's a real goal you are working towards together on a foundation strong enough to hold it up. So there you have it, the 7 stages of a long distance relationship: infatuation, painful reality, doubt, conflict, routine, crisis, and finally, validation. Understanding this journey is your best tool. It lets you see your struggles not as a sign that you are failing, but as a normal part of the process. Every stage takes work, communication, and resilience. But by knowing the map, you give your love the best possible chance to not just survive the miles, but to actually thrive because of them. You are building a foundation so solid that nothing can shake it. Thank you so much for watching. If this video resonates with you, check out our other videos at Miles to Marriage and Beyond to keep the spark alive. And for more tips and encouragement, be sure to like and subscribe. Remember, you are not alone in this, and you got this.